As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Enjoy. Hey, I'm here today to talk to you about two double stroller options by Baby Trend and kind of the pros and cons of both. We've had lots of kids now, and so we've been through lots of iterations of the stroller situation, and so I just wanted to kind of give you some thoughts on which one might be better for you, or if you're like us, eventually both might be better for you. And so it's hard to decide when you're making big purchases like this, and so I would have liked a video like this when I was purchasing. So you have kind of the two options that grow with baby here. Of course, you've got the double stroller frame, which is fantastic. And so this is actually, it's made by Baby Trend, compatible with Baby Trend car seats, but also one of the benefits here is it's compatible with most other major brands of car seats. So that's really nice. And it folds up really nice and small, which I'll fold it up soon when I do the comparison side by side. But and you can go check out my video that's just about this frame if you want to see it closer up. It's got the cup holders and the nice parent console tray, folds up, got a nice lock on it, locks on the wheels, and the basket is the quick version. But you just pop both of your infant car seats in here, and you can strap them in, though to be honest, most of the time I don't, because we're not really off-roading on this thing, and you're good to go. So this is really nice when you want to just leave them and they're small enough to leave them in these car seats. So maybe until they're about a year old, this stroller frame is fantastic. Now, conversely, the double stroller here is not so great for before they can really hold their head up. So earlier than a year though, I would say maybe 4 months or so, 5 months, depending just on your kid's motor development, is when you would start using this. And of course, you've got the adjustable 5-point harnesses here, so you can adjust the shoulder straps and things like that to make sure you fit baby in there very nicely. You have the same up here, and I did a video on this too, so go check that one out and if you want the in-depth tour. But again, same thing, you've got a little bit of a bigger parent console because it's a bigger stroller, 2 cup holders, nice under carriage space there, and some back pockets. So a little more storage than this guy has in total, or I should say a little more, it's spread out, so you have more organization within your storage, if that makes sense. So this is going to be, you can see the tires are really fantastic for if you like to do hiking trails or jogging. Honestly, we just really like taking it even when we go to parks and stuff. We're not super outdoorsy, but we still get a lot of good use out of those really nice wheels, which at the moment need to be inflated. This is not going to be so great for that because you have those hard, smaller wheels. It is still very maneuverable, but this I would say is for stores, indoors, places where you have cement. So that's just some differences there. This is going to grow with your child for a lot longer than the stroller frame will. That said, the stroller frame is one of those things that you might need it for a shorter period of time, but when you need it, it is super clutch to have. So I would recommend, really having both is ideal. If you're going to go with just one in the long term, this is probably going to serve you better, this double stroller. Again, there's some pros and cons as far as storage. I'm going to take these car seats out here. One thing that I wish Baby Trend had done is on their single version of the jogging stroller, you can actually clip in the car seats. And so they did not do that on this double stroller. Otherwise, this would have won hands down for me as far as which one to purchase. But you can see too, this is, so storing them, and maybe depending on the vehicle you have, getting them in is going to be a consideration as well. So because when this folds up, it snaps on the side here, which I'm not going to work on finding the snap right there. It is. Guess I'll snap it for you. And it snaps closed right there. And so this is pretty wide. You can see it does fit in the back of, we have a minivan, as you can see. It does fit there, but it takes up pretty much the whole trunk space. This also does take up a good bit of your trunk space, but it's much thinner when you fold it up. So you've got this kind of 2-point, you push this to unlock it, squeeze that to fold it, and then it just folds up nicely like that. And again, like the other double stroller I just showed you has a latch, and you can see it's a much narrower fold. So you have that super wide, this is more narrow. I would say they're actually not super dissimilar this direction. So if that matters for you for storing in your garage or something, the width is not super different. This is obviously a little wider, but not much. So overall, you know, if I had to say which one's going to grow more with your kids, it's this double stroller. I cannot explain to you how helpful this stroller frame has been though in the season that we're in with the 2 car seats, because gosh, it just makes getting around with the 2 little ones and our two older ones so much easier. So ideally both, but if you have to pick one for the long term, I would go with the double jogger.